Hello everybody, welcome to my updated Albion Online Galatine guide. I've gotten quite a lot of requests over the past couple months to make a updated guide for how to play Galatines. I know a lot of people, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot of people, try Gallows but they get scared off because it's too complicated, they don't understand what they're doing, and most often than not, people just think that you're trolling, especially callers, if you show up in a Gallows set. So in this video, I'll try and teach you guys how to get started on Gallows, how to do the combo, and what you want to look for in ZVZ. So to get started with this, the first thing I'm going to go over is the skills and armor pieces that you need to have with Gallows. This, honestly, is the best in slot by far. There's nothing that can come close to this in this setup. So you want to be at Royal Hood, with Cleric Robe, Mage Sandals, and Keeper Cape. And if you want to see the abilities and passives I had, you can go back and pause the video. The reason why this set, in particular, is like best in slot, like if you're using anything besides this, you're basically hard trolling, is because the way that the Galatine E actually works. So for those of you who don't know or who haven't seen my videos before, just don't really know what's happening. So my boot ability is called Mage Sandals. So it's a delayed teleport, so you blink somewhere after, like, I think it's about a second and a half channel time, more or less. There's a very cool mechanic that you can do with Gallows, where you Mage Sandals, and then you E directly after you Mage Sandals, so you start your channel up here, and then your damage will actually land all the way over here. So just to show you what that looks like, Mage Sandals, and then E. When you do that, that catches a lot of Zergs off guard. If you're on Royal Sandals or anything else, they'll have time to see you running at them, they'll push their defensives, they'll stun you, they'll try and stop you. You can't just run into a Zerg face first and headbutt them on Gallows and expect them not to try and stop you in any way. You have to be playing very sneaky and be looking for good angles for you to be able to get a good angle of attack onto them. The other thing with Gallows is that I see a lot of Gallo players running around with like 6-2 Gallows, 6-3 Gallows, and then full 8-1, 8-2 gear IP crushing. This is something you never ever want to do. Your chest plate should always be one tier lower than your Gallows, and your boots, hood, and cape should always be 2 tiers lower. The reason for this is this will help you save a lot of silver in the long run, and I mean a lot, while upping your Gallo tier. Like, for example, if I were to be on 6-3 Gallows with an 8-2 robe, 6-3 hood, and 8-1 boots, that would be like the same as this set. And my Gallows are an entire tier higher this way. Also, you guys should always be on a Grey Wolf. You should never go on a Swiftclaw. The reason being is because the Grey Wolf has a cool ability that its mount time is actually a second lower than the Swiftclaw. So for a Swiftclaw to mount, it takes 2 seconds, versus a Grey Wolf, it's only 2 instead of 3. So I'll get into the positioning and what you actually want to look for in the ZVZ next. Okay guys, so this is the clip that I'm going to go over first. A lot of you have seen this clip as it's pretty popular, so I just want to show you exactly what I'm thinking, how this actually works, and most importantly, just how to not die instantly or to scare a Zerg away before you're actually able to clap them. So I'll play this clip through first once, just to let everybody see what happens, and I'll go back and explain everything that I'm doing.
Get ready, get ready. We're gonna hit east on the rats in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. East on the rats, east on the rats. We at least gotta kill one fucking rat, bro. At least kill one rat, please. For the love of God. Kill one rat, kill one. We suck, go back. Fucking all the rats, bro. They all
Nicholas, I saved you, you're welcome.
Guards killing healers.
Where are the guards? Come west. Everybody go west. Everybody go west.
On the
Everybody
choke,
go
on
west.
the
Help the healers. Help the healers. Kill the guards on the west. Let's kill the guards on the west side.
Make this battle.
Drop these on the guards. Drop these on the guards.
Elevate's pushing them onto the...
Okay, so the main things I want to go over here with this clip in particular is the way I utilize my Keeper Cape, as well as keeping my stacks up. So if you see, from here, like from this point in the video, all the way up until just before I clap, like all the way over here, I'm trying to get my Keeper Cape procced. This is because Keeper Cape gives you a 50% damage buff, which is the same as if you were to have a full stacked Royal Hood and Cleric Robe combined. So it's very important that you get this procced. The reason why I'm standing down here in particular is because right now, my Zerg is southeast of me. So that means that all these guys, for the most part, are going to be looking down there and not to the west where I am. But me being west here allows like these solo players to auto-attack me and proc my keeper cape. From this position also, I'm able to get a perfect line of sight to mage channels properly. If you see right here, as soon as I get my keeper cape procced, I'm starting to look for an angle to mage channels from. And I see that this is probably where their biggest amount of people is going to be. Right now, I'm also debating between blinking over here and trying to kill these guys up here, or to stick to my original gut and go up here on the tower. I ended up making the right choice, as you see here. Once I blink in, oops, sorry about that. Once you blink in, this is like an absolutely massive clump versus there, where it was still pretty big, but it wasn't as big as this. This just comes with time, being able to recognize where Zergs are going to position and stuff like that. But in general, if you see that their front line is up here, their back line is on average about a screen behind them. And your base channels go about, I'd say about half a screen's length. So you want to be in a position, like I said, where these guys aren't looking at you at all, but also you probably won't get stopped by the defensive tanks. Here somebody tries to, but he's already too late. Already my base channel's gone. And like I said, just perfect lap. Nothing to worry about. Okay, so this is the second clip I want to go over for this video. The previous one was on Arch, which is probably the worst Zerg in the game. This one's on to the Last Home, which at the moment is probably third best Zerg, I would say. So these players are a lot better than the previous ones, and I have to change my playstyle accordingly. So I'll do the same thing. I'll play this clip first without me commentating over it, and then I'll go back and then go over it again.
South 3, 2, 1. Deep south now, deep south now, deep south now. I'm hitting deep south, I'm hitting deep south, I'm hitting them hard, I'm hitting them. Hit deep south here, deep south here, deep south here. Blow it up, blow it up, blow it up, blow it up. And come northeastern on top of the glass doors, okay? Come northeast my things. I hit them hard, I'm pushing south. I hit them hard as fuck. Spread.
Okay. So, in this clip, the most important thing here is how I use my mage channels, my positioning. So you notice how I'm not just rushing in. Even though I'm 3 stacks right now, my clever robe's about to come up. I definitely could just rush in and try and hit down there, because there's a pretty big clump. Here, I'm just stalling, waiting for everybody to clump up, because I see that this is the next choke that they're all going to funnel through. Again, you don't want to be standing directly in front of their line of sight. Like, these guys are all pulling north, and my Zerg's north. So this means that they're all going to be looking this way. So I want to be in a spot where, like I said before, I only have 1 or 2 people attack me to get my keeper cape proc without being at much risk to actually get engaged on. So right here, because I patient, like even here, I didn't hit this because, like I said earlier, I know all these guys are going to be going north. So by the time my E action goes off, I'm probably only going to hit like 5 people versus the potential 15, 20 that I could hit otherwise. So like I said, they all start moving north. I walk back this way to try and catch these guys off guard. Maybe they think I'm going down there just to try and fool the defensive tanks a little bit. Doesn't have to work 100% of the time, but here it does. Gives me perfect angle, and like I said, everybody that was down there all retreated perfectly into my Gala. So the thing about that is you don't want to blink where the Zerg is. You want to blink where they're going to be. Like I said, you don't want you want to read which direction they're going and then position yourself accordingly to be in the best spot to actually hit. Okay. So if you guys weren't scared off from everything that I just went over in that mod review, stay with me because it's going to get even more complicated. So the most important, well, I know I've said most important like a lot of times already in this video, but another very important thing is that you are in very high tier gallows. You have to be in at least 7-3 or 8-3 if you're playing alone, and at least 6-3 if you're playing solo. This scares away a lot of people, as well as all the previous stuff I mentioned, because how expensive and how much silver you just completely annihilate through playing Gallows. If any of you guys remember my streams on Twitch from a while ago, you'll all know that one of the most common questions I get is, why am I so broke? It's because to play Gallows and to be a fish at them, you're probably looking at spending at least 20 million silver a week, at the low end, just to sustain yourself. Also, you have to be very high spec. Like on my Gallows right now, I know in my video titles it says I'm 120. I'm actually 116. But like you have to be at least 100 spec in Gallows at bare minimum to be able to hit anything on top of being 7-3. Or like 120 And in 6-3 is acceptable. 6-3 excellent. So the combo that you want to do, by the way, for those of you who don't know, because I don't think I went over it earlier. So you want to Q, wait for a bit, you want to try to avoid CC, Q again, Royal Hood, Iron Will at 3 stacks, proc your Cleric Robe, Mage Candles, and the knee. This will guarantee you always get 6 stacks of your Royal Hood, and that your Cleric Robe doesn't get procced and run out before you actually hit them with your E. So for people who are looking to get started, you have a couple of options to look for if you're not in a ZVZ guild currently, or that your guild doesn't let you play Galas. So every couple of hours, there's this thing called faction events. They're all in the royal zones. They haven't procced one yet. There's not one going on right now, I should say. But it's a very good practice if you're just learning how to do the combo, where to position, how to actually hit. Usually, you want to go into the red zones, just so you can get a fear of what it actually feels like to lose. But I would only be in 6-2 here. I wouldn't go anything higher. Or you can also go in the yellow zones if you're really scared to lose silver. You don't want to risk it. You can practice there too. Whenever there's a abandoned event, like I said, once every 4 hours or so, there is one. Go to whichever city you're nearest to, and just wait for a fight and practice that way. Also, I'm pretty sure there's some faction discords that you could join. If you ask around in any of the official Albion discords, you'll be able to find out more about that. The other thing that you want to do is that you want to be putting in a lot of practice with a combo to the point where you're able to do it with your eyes closed. I know it sounds a little bit ridiculous, but when you have to think about a million other things in an actual ZVZ, the last thing you want to do is like fumble your stacks, Royal Hood, and then you like blink too late and your Royal Hood runs out, something like this happens, you don't have the stacks by the time you actually hit. That's really bad, and you'll completely waste all of the effort that you put into actually looking for the clap and even executing it properly. So get that combo down packed. Like I said, you want to be able to do it 100% of the time, even with your eyes closed, and then you're ready to move up into the actual real ZVZs. So I hope this video was helpful to any people that were wondering how to get started on Galas, how to play them, what to use. I appreciate everybody who stuck to the end of the video, and I'll catch you guys again later.